Well, here we are on another prospecting trip. I must be a little bit mad because it's mid-November. The country had its first snow just a couple of days ago, but I thought, what the hell, might as well have a long weekend away. Shiver away during the cold nights, but see what gold we get. I've decided to come back to one of the spots I've had a nibble at before. This is a nice big protruding boulder coming out the hillside there. Lots of gravels on top of it, and considering I've had one of the best days around here when I was working a similar sort of boulder, I thought I'll give this one a go. I've only got a few hours left of daylight today, but I'm still going to have 2 full days over the weekend and a few more hours on Monday before I leave. The plan is to rake as much of this top gravel across to try and build a little barrier just to stop the water flowing in, because obviously when I start getting the hole going, the water will start flowing over the edges, so I want to try and build up a gravel bar, so to speak, just so it runs along there and just keeps pushing the water along. Quite awkward to get the sluice up. I've just had to engineer somewhere to put it. I've had to fill in hole in the riverbed itself with loads of big stones, just so I can actually have a bed to lay the sluice on top of. Otherwise it's just too deep around here, and I'll have to be walking quite a long way down there to be able to find somewhere that's got enough flow going with it to be able to set the sluice up. So I've literally just got the sluice set up. I'm about to get the rake and the pump and see what we can get done for the rest of the day. Well, I'm a couple of hours in now. I've run a couple of buckets just through the sluice, but it's only just been the top material. I wouldn't normally probably even run this material, but it's the fact that you've got a big bedrock slab going there, and then this boulder here is another bit of bedrock that's from it, and as you can see it's going down into a V. So I've been working all the way along there, taking that material out, and that's what I've been running through my sluice. Just seen the first sign of a little bit of gold just in the top of the sluice there. Yeah, there's a little bit there. So not a lot, but it's only the start. And I say it's only from the very top layers that I've been working from where that bit of bedrock's sloping down against the big bedrock there. But today's just been more about getting set up anyway. I've raked a lot of material back up so the water can't flow in. I've actually put a little channel going in there just to help clear the water out, because when I'm extracting the material the water's getting mucky, and I've just channeled another little drainage channel going back out there, and it just gives the water a chance to settle after I've been taking the material out, so I can actually see what's going on underneath the water. There's probably only going to be about another hour or so today, because it's getting quite dark already. It's dark around 4 o'clock today, and I only got here around 12:30, so a couple of hours, and generally just more prep for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm hoping to work either side of this boulder as well, along the actual main bedrock boulder along there, because this is all protruding bedrock coming from the hillside. So it's all coming out. So it should be relatively shallow under there, I'm thinking, or at least to a certain point anyway. There's all that's jagged bedrock and that's going under the water line, so I'm going to try and follow that all the way down. It'll probably just V underneath that boulder, but then I'm going to work the other side of it and towards the water line and maybe a bit further back, and just see how deep I can get. So we'll see how we get on. Well, that's all for the day now. As you can see, it's starting to get a lot darker. I can barely see the material in the pan, so packed up all my gear. It's only been a few hours for the day. As I say, I only arrived here today, so I'll be able to hit it again tomorrow. Managed to work down the side of the boulder a little bit, and hopefully that's going to go a bit deeper down tomorrow, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. So far today there's been about 4 or 5 small little bits. They've been snuffed up in the snuffer bottle. Nothing really to shout about, but hopefully the deeper we get down there it might start to pay a little bit better. If I'm not seeing any better pieces by the end of tomorrow, I'm just going to try a different area for Sunday and the rest of Monday, so we'll see how we get on. Well, it's day 2 of my prospecting trip of November. Just got back at the hole that I was starting off yesterday, but we had a lot of heavy rain overnight, and you can see it's dramatically altered the water flow. to raise the water level coming down here a good few inches into this pool already. I mean, the water level was literally just trickling down here yesterday. That's like a channel that I've just grooved in with my foot, just a channel that I just grove in with my foot, just dragging it along the waterbed, and it was just a trickle yesterday. Literally, it was just barely coming out. Again, I had a little channel coming in there just to help clear the water out behind the hole, and I had it feeding out, and again that was just a trickle. Now it's a good 6 inches underwater. I'll still give it a go today, but it's going to make life a lot harder, especially getting the sluice set up. I was already struggling yesterday, but you can just see the speed of the water flow going down here now. There's not a lot of places where it's going to be easy to set the sluice up. A lot of heavy flowing water, a lot of white water going down some of the boulders. So it's going to make working today more challenging, so we'll see how we get on. Well, I'm just getting towards the end of my first bucket. I'm still just sluicing this through and then I'll give it a pan out. The higher water levels actually made sluicing the material a little bit easier, being able to get set up right next to the hole that I'm working, whereas yesterday it was literally just a trickle of water coming through here. Now there's a good couple of inches and it's sufficient enough to process all the material. It's not getting clogged up through the sluice or anything like that. So I'm actually sluicing closer to where I'm working, which makes life a little bit easier. Don't have to carry the material as far. Don't know if there's any gold in it yet or not, haven't seen any in the top. Seen the odd little sparkle and glitter here and there, but who knows, could just be little bits of lead or whatever. So I'll finish sluicing this bucket through, I'll give it a pan out and see what there is, and then we'll crack on and get this hole a bit deeper. And the results of pan number 1 from bucket number 1, black sand, little bits of lead, plenty of iron and no gold. But I'm not going to give up on the hole just yet. I'm going to do at least another bucket or two, because as I say, this is still relatively top layers. Well, I'm hoping anyway. I don't know how deep the bedrock's going to go beneath them and around that boulder, but we'll see. But yeah, bust for pan number 1. So hopefully pan number 2 will get better from here. That's bucket number 2 done, and one single little piece of gold. Not exactly what I'm hoping for. So I'm still going to give the hole another bucket, another half hour to an hour, but if things don't pick up better than just that one piece in there, which is probably that small, and barely make it out. But yeah, that'll go in the snuffer bottle, but yeah, it's got to start paying a little better than that, otherwise I'll pack up and I'll start trying a different place. So we'll see. Well, that's another bucket done, and literally another piece, just the one. So the hole's not really starting to pay off as I thought it was. There's only a couple of hours daylight left for the day though, so I'm not really going to have time to pack up, find somewhere else, set up and start the prospect. I might try a different stream tomorrow. I say I have visited this one before, so I just thought I'd give it another go, but obviously it's just not paying off. I'll show you where I've been working. That's the boulder that I was working behind. I've actually exposed all the way going around the back and along the top as well. The water's quite clear here, so you can probably see. All of this is exposed bedrock coming out from the bank. It's about 6 inches under the water from there. That was pretty shallow yesterday. It was just barely a trickle going over that, so it shows the amount of water that was falling overnight. I have had some of my crevice tools in there. I've been scraping out all of the cracks, then just sucking out all the material with the hand pump. So anything that was lodged in there, hopefully I managed to dislodge and suck up, but from the looks of what I've been sluicing and panning, there hasn't been anything in there. I'm now going to work a little further back, a little bit towards my sluice, but not too much because I don't want to ruin the water flow too much. But again, the boulder's just coming down, and again it's quite shallow bedrock. Where that boulder's coming down, it's going to meet up with this one, and then it's just going to work back. So it's all going to be relatively shallow, relatively easy to work. So I'm just going to see this out for the rest of the day, and then probably, as I say, just try a different stream tomorrow, because this just hasn't really paid off as I was hoping it was going to. So there's still going to be another couple of buckets worth for the day, so hopefully it's going to improve. can't really get much worse, but we'll see. Well, I'm going to call it a day now. There's still maybe an hour maximum of daylight left, but it's not going to be worth continuing. I've just done another clean out and another couple of pans worth as well, just out of little crevices that I managed to find in there, but I just didn't find anything, nothing of interest. So there's only been a couple of bits in there mixed in with the black sand at the bottom. Just a few pieces really, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. Definitely not enough to justify the day, so I've levelled off all around the boulder so it's all level with the protruding bedrock out there as well. And I'm going to pack all my gear away. I'm going to try somewhere else tomorrow. I'll probably try a different stream from what I'm working on today. Try and go back closer to where I've had a better day before, so hopefully day 3 will pan out a little bit better than today.